On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what Gwan, a blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So in the morning, my peeps, so I can kick it off with some international news. You don't know, so from Jamaicans, make the international news anyway. On the Spot News Media, most definitely I go carry it. Now, a Jamaican man is one of two men exonerated of a 1990s New York City knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of some people. Now, he was exonerated but still faces deportation. Now, two men served almost 3 decades in prison for separate knockings and clappings in New York City were exonerated on Monday after reinvestigations found that they have been convicted based on unreliable witness testimony. Now, the Jamaican man in question is this man presently on your screen, who has since been identified as 49-year-old Wayne Gardine. It is said that he was convicted in 1994 for knockings and clappings that has resulted in the loss of life of a man. He was, however, exonerated after being paroled last year, but he has also been accused of entering the United States of America illegally as a teenager and is now in immigration detention facing possible deportation to his native country, Jamaica. Now, Wayne was 20 years old when he was arrested for fatal knockings and clappings of a man identified as Robert Mickens, who was conned up nearly a dozen times in New York City. His conviction was vacated after a reinvestigation of the District Attorney's Office and Legal Aid Society. They found that the single eyewitness who testified at the trial had pinned the knockings and clappings to Wayne to please his own drug boss, who was friends with the alleged victim. As stated earlier, Wayne Gardine was paroled last year after a total of 29 years served behind bars, but is now in immigration detention in upstate New York and facing possible deportation back to Jamaica. In my view of this, that is definitely unfair, because they have proven that he was falsely imprisoned for 29 years and is now being accused of entering the United States of America illegally as a teenager. Note the term teenager, which simply means he had no control over him entering into the country at such a tender age. His parents would have moved over here and took him as a child illegally, and he stayed. He had no control over that. So I think that his attorney should definitely argue that point and see if they can have him remain in the United States of America. And of course, drop a heck of a lawsuit on the system for having him falsely imprisoned for 29 years. Yeah, man. And still in the international news circuit, 3 U.S. Jamaican citizens, meaning they are citizens of Jamaica and also citizens of the United States of America, have been found guilty in relation to lottery scam charges preferred against them. It is said that they targeted elderly Americans during the period of 2017 to 2020. So the United States Attorney's Office of the Middle District of Pennsylvania announced on Monday that a jury found 47-year-old Karen Pitter, 49-year-old Rohan Little, and 44-year-old Carleen Marshall all guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and mail fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering after a 2-week-long trial. It is said that Pitter was also charged with several counts of mail fraud and Little was charged with multiple counts of mail fraud, wire fraud, and interstate transportation of goods taken by fraud. A fourth defendant, a 26-year-old man identified as Rohan Little Jr., was also charged with some of the same offenses, but he is still at large. Now, evidence presented at the trial showed that as a part of the scheme, an individual based in Jamaica posed as a representative from Publishers Clearinghouse and contacted the elderly Americans and falsely told them that they had won multi-million-dollar cash prizes. Prosecutors also presented evidence that the fraudsters used the money from the lottery scam to purchase cars and online auctions, fix them at a body shop owned by them in Queens, New York called Row Cars Auto, and then sell the vehicles to an affiliated car dealership in Jamaica. Yeah, man. Jano Star, me I tell you, the scammer them I deal with the thing a certain type of way. Now, make a move on over there, back to local style. Now, in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Kingston Western Police Division, and knockings and clappings go on again last night. Yeah, man. A man get can up, clap way, shut eye control and settings was the order of the night. The man in question has since been identified as this criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as Talman, but also known as Adrian. Yeah, man. Now, he was taken out in a hail of bullets along Penn Street in a yard known as Pool Yard. Now, as it relates to this whole dirty kind of boy, this whole knockis and clappis known as Adrian, aka Talman in the criminal underworld, he was a known knockis and clappis. One of those who back in the days did well one bad. Used to walk behind Ichipang, used to walk behind Kadula and be a like a spot out man pan the corners for them man there. Yeah, man. But now that the powers we used to back him is no longer among the land of the living, the other side of criminal elements decided say, yo, them a go start clean house. Any and everything affiliated to Ichipang and Kadula must go, and he was of course the recipient of such one of the latest casualty of war. Yeah, man. And also the side aligned to Ichipang is most definitely preying the same thing to get out any and everything who is aligned to begs the man where clap way Ichipang in a hail of bullets. So an ongoing gang war is presently on way in the Top Jungle community of West Kingston. Yeah, man. So the thing most definitely set a certain type of way right now. Now a split definitely is going on in the Top Jungle space, because one set of man I say Itchy, one set of man I say 90, and no man no decide say them a go take either side and join forces and become one. So you know see a whole heap of knockings and clappings, hell and powder house, and whole heap of bangarang right now in the place. So communities of Benbow Street, Top Jungle, Hopeful Village, parts of Craigtown and Jonestown, most definitely the regular members of Chan Public in these communities and surrounding areas must be on the lookout, because criminal elements are hell-bent in taking out each other one way or the other. And you know, so the regular members of Chan Public always get caught up in the crossfire. Yeah, man. So always, my peeps, a word to the wise, continuously look out on a corner yeah, cause what the old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man. Now over there in the murderous parish of Westmoreland, this criminal element here presently on your screen, who was featured on the Spot News Media yesterday, has now since been identified by the police. He has since been identified as 21-year-old Jevaughn Foster, otherwise known as Kotu. He's said to be from the Garden District in White House, Westmoreland. Now reports from the police is that sometime about 3:30 p.m., Foster was sitting on a blue Suzuki Access motorcycle, which was parked in the vicinity of his baby mother's house along Garden Main Road. Now it is said that a lime green Toyota Axio motor vehicle coming from the direction of Top Garden stopped where Foster was. It is said that some criminal elements from that lime green Toyota Axio motorcar exited that vehicle heavily armed with high-powered weapons and handguns. It is said that the criminal elements opened gunfire at Foster, hitting him several times in his chest and head. It is said that the now deceased ran back to his child's mother's house where he collapsed and lost his life. Yeah man, the lime green motor car reportedly sped off in the direction of Upper Garden. It is said that Foster was however assisted to the Black River Hospital in a bid to save his life, where he was pronounced you know what. But don't give no condolences as yet, as this brother here presently on your screen, 21-year-old Jevaughn Foster, is a known old dirty kind of boy. Yeah man, a known scammer and a known knockers and clappers that has carried out many knockings and clappings himself. So basically, he got every bullet in his body deservingly so. So basically, him live a certain type of life, and a certain type of life there come give him a wide circle and him get clap way. Yeah man. Now anyway my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah man.